Food, culture to lifestyle, it's time for another refreshing break in your day. Soda City Live starts right now. Welcome back to Soda City Live. This weekend, the South Carolina Philharmonic Orchestra will be performing American Rhapsody, featuring a stellar performance from internationally acclaimed pianist, the 2022 Classical Woman of the Year, and NPR's Amplify host, Laura Downs, and more. Downs joins us today alongside South Carolina Philharmonic Orchestra's music director, the one and only Morihiko Nakahara. We are so glad to have the two of you join us today.
Thank you so much.
Be here.
It is such a pleasure. This is going to be an amazing event. There's a lot of moving parts, and you are going to be performing how many pieces?
At least two.
At
right?
least two pieces.
At least two, yeah. I mean, there might be more.
But they're good ones.
Tell me.
Now, I don't know much names of a lot of classical music, but I do enjoy it. But I hear that one of the songs that you're going to be, or one of the pieces rather, that you're going to be performing is coming up on a century.
Yeah.
Of its existence. Talk about that.
And it's looking really good for its age.
Yes.
Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue, also known as the United Airlines theme music.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, I would say it's one of the most iconic pieces of
Yes.
American music that exists. So it's really fun to bring it here to South Carolina.
And I hear it's a little jazzy. So it has like a little jazz inspiration. So, Morihiko, talk a little bit more about some of the other pieces that will be taking part in this production this weekend.
Yeah, so it's all American for this concert, and so Laura is also playing one of the. Actually this is a new arrangement that was created for her.
Wow.
And we are, among the first orchestras around the country to get to perform this. But so kind of going along with that jazz theme of Gershwin, of Rhapsody in Blue, there are three songs of Billy Strayhorn, who was well known for his collaborations with Duke Ellington and so on.
Yes.
And so three of his gorgeous songs are now fashioned as sort of a mini piano concerto. So she'll be performing both of those pieces, with us.
And I hear that she's not the only special performance that's going to be happening.
Yeah.
You have Gier High School's Steel Pan. Steel Pan. I was close.
Yeah.
Steel Pan. They're going to be playing. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the first piece on the program is going to be such a festive, wild thing, right? It was written by this New Orleans composer from the mid-19th century. His name was Louis Gottschalk. He was a famous pianist also, but he wrote this piece. It's very Festa Criolla, and his mother was from Haiti. So he always incorporated that kind of, Latin rhythm and percussion instruments. So I got this idea from another conductor, a friend of mine.
Give credit where it's due.
Gotta
steal, He's not stealing the idea.
I gotta steal a good idea when you see it. So basically, it's like we had this special arrangement made for Steel Pan Ensemble from Gier High School, featured in front of the orchestra, playing along. So just adding even more percussive flair to this thing. It's going to be fun. And then we're also closing out with this very cinematic, dramatic piece by Margaret Bonds called Montgomery Variations, she wrote it during the Civil Rights Movement. She actually dedicated this piece to Martin Luther King Jr. It's such a powerful statement, variation on this, well-known spiritual, Want Jesus to Walk with Me. And so it's a lot of fun jazz things. It's a very American, it's all American kind of concert. Perfect homage to American composers and creators.
Gershwin called the Rhapsody in Blue the musical kaleidoscope of America. I think that's what you're doing with this whole program.
That's awesome.
It's really beautiful.
I love it. The melting pot. You're including everybody in what makes America America. One thing that I also thought was very interesting, for those who are not able to physically be there, there is a live stream option. So you're still going to be able to enjoy it. You might not be able to get the atmosphere, enjoy it being in the space, but you'll still have an opportunity to enjoy it nonetheless.
Yeah, it's something we started doing during the pandemic, of course, when we couldn't have live audiences, right? That was the only way to connect with people. But we are now being able to connect with, our fans from around the country, really around the world, through our live stream too. So
absolutely, and you're no stranger to being across the airwaves with Amplify. For those who may not be familiar what it is that you do with NPR, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, this is a show. It's a video show via NPR that we started in 2020, and it's just conversations, really intimate, kind of behind the scenes, very real, personal conversations with some of the Black artists who are really cultural visionaries of our time. People like Wynton Marsalis, John Baptiste, Rhiannon Giddens. My God, I've had so many great people on the show, and it's just really, sort of artist to artist conversations, so that viewers can understand what the creative process is like.
Yeah.
And, who are these people behind the music and the art that we love so much.
Beautiful. Now, we are going to be wrapping things up shortly. And Morihiko, I did want to come back to you because when we spoke a little bit about the Dreher High School pan steel.
Steel pan.
Steel
pan, that's right.
Steel pan. The drummers, how has the integration of performing with the orchestra been for them? What has the response been from them?
Yeah, it's great. And of course, their band director, Chris Lee, is our principal percussionist. So that's how, I knew who to talk to when we had, when I was stealing this idea, I knew exactly who to talk to. So, I mean, he does such an amazing job. Like many of our musicians who are also music educators, in this area. But yeah, they were so well prepared, and we just rehearsed it for the first time together.
They knew what to expect. Someone gave them like a tip. They tipped them off. Now, is this the first time the band has played with you all?
Together, yeah.
Together? Oh, wow.
As far as, it was the first collaboration,
That is awesome. That is very important to note. This is the first time ever. So you're going to get a chance to experience this firsthand. Well, I do want to thank the both of you for joining us today. Thanks. Amazing information because it's going to be an amazing event. The details are right there on the screen. It's going to be taking place at the Koger Center for the Arts this Saturday, 7:30, one show. Tickets for in-person and virtual, you can find that online at SC Philharmonic on their website. Again, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we're going to join you from our Soda City Live kitchen. So be sure to stay tuned right here.